Yo, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. And let me know if you're convinced in the comments on this one as you're sending it out, because socialism with a smile, Comrade Mamdani, the charmer up in New York. I'm pretty sure that he's going to destroy Democrats, progressives, the left in general. They were already on a downward decline. Now, I'm pretty sure that they're just going to throw up shop, because even CNN's Fareed Zakaria is throwing them under a bus. And the magic solution to the things that I'm about to show you, when they are torching New York and torching Democrats, not only in New York, but nationwide, is the damnedest thing. And I cannot wait to hear what you guys think right down there in the comments field. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We are doing this video before our live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a banger, I guarantee it. Bring your American flags, your eagle emojis. We're going to have a hell of a time. But before we do, let's jump right into this. The timestamps in the video are going to be linked in the description box below. I always bring them for you to show you how I get to my opinions and thoughts, and you guys can tell me what you think. But let's take it right over. This is CNN. This is Fareed Zakaria. This guy is a columnist for Washington Post. He is a talking head for CNN. This guy's the farthest thing from a righty you could possibly find on the internet. But I'll be damned. Listen to this.
But first, here's my take. Zoran Mamdani ran on a promise to make New York affordable.
A mandate for a city we can afford.
Last week, he unveiled a budget that is, in a word, unaffordable. New York has been fiscally profligate for so long that the headline number, $127 billion, produces little shock. But for perspective, these are similar to the annual expenditures of a mid-sized nation with all the expenses a country requires, like Greece or Thailand, devoted to governing one city. New York City's budget has ballooned in recent years. Michael Bloomberg's last budget, adopted for fiscal year 2014, totaled about $70 billion. So in little more than a decade, the budget has nearly doubled, growing faster than inflation and faster than the city's economic growth. And much of it has happened as the city has been losing the one thing that makes big government easier to finance: people. New York City's population fell sharply amid the pandemic, with a 5% decline from April 2020 to July 2022. More recent city reports show a rebound, but the city remained below its 2020 baseline as of 2024. The arithmetic is brutal. A larger bill is divided among fewer payers.
The arithmetic is brutal? A larger bill paid amongst fewer payers? So you mean, hold on, let's see if we can piece this together as the stupid conservatives, right? You know, our moral superiors will tell us we're idiots. So you have less people, which we've been screaming, and you have a higher spend, which we've also been screaming, and you are just now noticing this is a problem. You have more spend as New York City than Greece, which is, by the way, if you've been paying attention, incredibly financially insolvent and on the brink of multiple collapses financially because of their overburdened and overladen retirement processes. That's coming up in a second. And then also Thailand. Yeah, you lefties are doing a great job in your cities. You wonder why people are leaving? Because even CNN's like, this ain't exactly working out so well. But don't worry, the magic solution's coming. Again, I'm gonna start dunking. I'm just gonna start dunking on this because, honest to God, they're an eye roll. Everything that they do has no bearing in reality, no bearing in fact, no bearing in proof or evidence of success. But damn it, it makes you feel good to feel fair. Yeah, I don't care. I care about the country. I care about the betterment of our citizens. I care about our next generation. I don't care about your virtue signals and your moral superiority. I just don't. All right, now, next one, 349.
It's really a prime example of a problem Democrats seem unwilling to confront. Blue cities are out of control, promising more, spending more, delivering less, and pushing off the fiscal problems to some future day. Take Los Angeles, another one-party metropolis wrestling with affordability and disorder. The city's homelessness budget for fiscal year 2025-26 totals about $950 million. The LA Homelessness Services Authority reported that in 2023, homelessness was up 9% countywide and 10% in the city. And a 2024 AP account noted that homelessness has surged 70% countywide since 2015 and 80% in the city. All this amid public frustration despite billions spent. An audit reviewed $2.4 billion in city homelessness funding and found that officials could not reliably track where it went or what it achieved. Or take Chicago, with a mayor whose approval rating is deep underwater, where the pension promises are so large that they will surely bankrupt the city at some point.
Wow! Who had 2026 on their bingo cards, CNN being financially based and bashing democratic cities from orbit, just like Greece and Thailand? Because again, the reason that Greece is in such a big issue financially and collapsing is because they have a aging voter base, an aging pensioners fund, and all of them are on extremely generous benefits, while the younger generation who has less people is supporting the heavier generation on the top. The whole thing's collapsing, and Fareed Zakaria just said the quiet part out loud and said Chicago has the same problem, New York has the same problem, homelessness is off the charts in Los Angeles and California, so maybe we should make Gavin Newsom the president. That's a good idea, lefties. This is why you're going to win, because everything that they say is a insult wrapped in an emotive virtue signal. That's all it is. There's no proof, there's no evidence, there's no nothing. It is literally just, here's what I believe should be fair, and this is my ideal world, my utopia, and if you don't agree with me, you're a shit sandwich. That's it. Congratulations. That's why people are leaving these cities. The loyal lefties I have in my audience don't seem to connect the dots that pretty soon we don't need to defeat you on an ideological battlefield. It's just going to happen through attrition. Y'all aren't having babies. The people who exist there are leaving, and your tax base is shrinking, and your entitlements are growing. It is a recipe for 100% guaranteed destruction. 100%. Just saying. Anyway, let's keep on going. I got another bullet point for you. This one's at 502. Again, all of it is linked in the description box for your review. Please send this stuff out. Back to it.
What is the theory of good government here? If the answer is keep adding programs, the city will keep producing unaffordability, because unaffordability is what happens when government becomes a machine that grows faster than the society it governs. Zoran Mamdani's basic instinct is correct. Focus on affordability, especially housing, but not by providing government subsidies. These only seem to have driven up the cost of rent, as subsidies naturally do. The city's rental assistance spending rose from $263 million in fiscal year 2020 to $1.34 billion in the most recently reported fiscal year. That is a 5 times increase in a handful of years, and housing costs only got worse. Matt Iglesias persuasively argues that the city should make it easy and routine to just build abundant market rate housing. That will bring in more people, expand the tax base, fill the schools, and increase local GDP. And that will make the budget affordable.
So, capitalism. Congratulations, guys. They discovered capitalism. After socialism and big government and bar-left Democrat-run cities fail in utter, complete, and total destruction, everything's falling apart, nobody's living there, everyone wants to leave, your big solution is capitalism. Here's a question, and we'll explore it further on my live stream tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't you think we could have just saved all the destruction and just done capitalism, because socialism never works, ever, freaking ever? There's never an example of it working. Again, I'm going to keep on dunking because it's that easy. This is why you're going to save your country. This is why we're going to win. I cannot wait for the live stream. Oh my God, it's going to be incredible. And I'll see you there. I'm Braden. Later.